Good morning, guys. This is Damon Mason, better known as Coach Mason. Friday morning, October 20th, and I just want to send out a message to all the
Is
young
your
men, all the
IRA
young
or
sirs
401k safe in the
representing
age of the digital dollar? Let's find
my
out.
Diamonds of
Imagine
Distinctions
a world
mentoring
where every
program.
dollar is tracked, where there's a way.
This is my first time doing it this way, but normally I reach out to the guys and send them a text message, early in the morning, some type of motivational message. Then I reach out to as many as I can later in the day, encouraging them and wishing them well for their Friday night football game. But this time I'm gonna take it to YouTube. Try to do some different things. Because it's mainly for the young boys represent my program. But anyone who's willing to listen, there's a Diamonds of the Extensions. For those of you who don't know, Diamonds of the Extensions is a mentoring program that I created. It's many things, but the thing that's really most important to me is a mentoring program. My goal is to help position high school student athletes for scholarship opportunities, starting from the 7th grade, of course, throughout the duration of high school, and then in the 12th grade. And when you say to try to help position young boys for scholarship opportunities, there are many different things that have to fall in line, fall in place for a high school student athlete to get a scholarship. I can't say just one thing. I can only really speak from experience as a player and as a coach. But the bottom line, as I tell all kids and I tell their parents, college coaches know the type of player that they're looking for. They know the type of student athlete that they desire to be a part of their program. What I try to do is stress the importance to young boys, student athletes in general, because I don't provide mentorship just for football, but I try to stress the importance of accountability, responsibility, and self-discipline. Accountability, responsibility, and self-discipline while you're at home, but being respectful to your parents. While you're in the classroom at school, following rules and directions. Taking care of your academics, that's why you're a student first, athlete second. Practicing self-discipline throughout all these places, especially in the community. Being accountable, responsible, and disciplined enough to know that when trouble presents itself, that you are smart enough to walk away, to remember the goals, dreams, and desires that you have for yourself. But also accountability, responsibility, and self-discipline, not just at home, not just in the classroom at school, not just in the community, but of course in your respective sports. And for me, the main sport for me is football. In the weight room. See, there's an old saying, you practice how you play, or you play how you practice. All that means the same thing. But accountability, responsibility, self-discipline, following directions, all that makes a difference, because in the course of a game, as I explain it to young boys and their parents, in the course of a game, if it's 3rd and 5, and the coach tell you to run 5 yards, if you run 4 yards, you're wrong, because the coach wants you to run 5 yards. To be accountable, responsible, and disciplined enough to know that at any part of the game, but especially in the 4th quarter when you're tired and all type of things are happening during the course of a football game, that not just you but your teammates are holding each other accountable as well as yourself. No penalties, no false starts, any type of penalties. I don't have to go through the whole detail, but any type of penalties. And so that's the foundation of my mentoring program. And when I say to help position a young kid for scholarship opportunities is that when a college coach comes across them by it be academics, sports, because what you do in the classroom is gonna speak for itself. What you do in your respective sport is gonna speak for itself. But again, there's a lot of things that has to line up, and when you don't know which one is going to be the one that's either going to work in your favor or work against you. So that's the logistics of my mentoring program, Diamonds of Extensions. I don't want to go into a long story, but Diamonds of Extensions. We all know about this thing called diamonds in the rough. Diamonds in the rough. I was considered a diamond in the rough, and for many years, and I always thought that was a compliment. And just like a lot of these kids today, I always wanted to be different. I was smart enough, to watch the guys who came before me or the guys who was right on top of me. And I was like, my mindset was, if this will work for them, it'll work for me. But I can't do what they do. Either I'm gonna learn how to do what they do, and then eventually my goal is to do it better. Because as I was taught, and I believe, and as I teach kids today, you can't base your life on anyone else. And it's kind of funny because I tell one of my biggest assets is I'm always sharing to kids my accomplishments, even the things that didn't work in my favor. But it's not to the standpoint of telling you to be like me. It's really to let you know that I understand. And before I accomplished all the many great things that I've accomplished, I also had my own types of adversity that I had to face. And it was many great principles that helped lead me and guide me. But the main factors was that I held myself accountable. I was responsible for my own actions. I had to be self-disciplined in all phases of my life, as a youth, adolescent, teenager, and then young adult. And the last two principles that I never really included, and I should, but it's a part of my heart. I had faith, and I was willing to work hard, because faith without work is useless, dead, however you want to call it. But tonight, and this, I don't know how this is on my YouTube channel, but I'm sending this message out to the kids and the parents who are watching this live now to encourage you. There's like 2 or 3 weeks left in the season, and only God knows what you young boys have been going through. Some of you share with your parents, some of you don't. Some of you share with me because I make it a point to reach out to you kids at least once a week to find out how you played in your last game. What have you learned from your last game if you didn't play? What's going on in practice? And a lot of you kids are not playing. A lot of you kids are dealing with some type of adversity. And as I shared with one of my young mentees, that's the reason why I created this mentoring program. Because I know from experience that everything does not just fall in line for everybody. Some people won't have to experience the type of adversity that you had to face or that I had to face. But many more will face some type of adversity. And if you're not getting a proper guidance and direction from someone I can't even pinpoint the word, but it's easy for kids to just lose hope of what they're trying to accomplish. So, for the sake of time, and first time doing this, I don't want to be too long. I'm sharing this to motivate you guys. Today is game day. Last week I texted a nice little lengthy message about your focus. And as I tell everybody, I would never speak on something that I didn't do myself. It's game day. It's school, but it's also game day. I told my own son this morning, you gotta be locked in, as the kids say today. you gotta be extremely focused on two platforms. As a student, because you're going to school, so you focus in the classroom, but you need to be focused as you're walking down the hallway because you still have a responsibility tonight as a game. And why do I say responsibility? Just about every kid who's playing any type of sport, but we're talking about football right now. Just about every kid who is playing, especially your seniors, you want a scholarship. No one is not going to give you that, just give you that scholarship because you are who you are. You have to earn that. And you earn that by how you produce on the football field, which starts in practice, and God willingly, it carries over to game time, i.e. tonight. But it's your preparation. The work you put in is that practice. Hopefully you put in the right amount of work. The work that's going to allow you to be successful. But then you go home, hopefully you put in that mental preparation. But see, that mental preparation is more important than the work that you put in because you practice for a couple hours a day. But every day, all day, you should be constantly thinking about your responsibilities. There's an old saying about that goes something like, you need to see it before you do it. You need to visualize, imagine, dream, all these things. See yourself making these big plays. See yourself making that block, making that tackle, making that perfect pass. I don't say perfect pass, but making that pass, making that catch. These are things that you hear about. These are things that I heard about. These are things that I actually had to put into play as a student athlete walking the hallways of my high school. Being bold enough to tell my teammates as a senior, hey man, don't let me see you walking in the hallways. Because see, my success also depends on how successful my team is going to be. I want to win. I can't win by myself. So I need to make sure that y'all focus. Now that's, every coach wants their senior to be a leader. I'm not going to say that you have to do that, but, some people do, some people don't. Some people want to do it. Some people don't want to do it. But for the young men who are part of Diamonds of the Extensions, see, again, just like you hear about Diamonds in the Rough, Diamonds in the Rough was, to me simply means, as I broke it down many times, well, this kid was really good, but he went overlooked. Well, why was this kid overlooked? Why is he flying under the radar? They got a lot of you young kids, you flying under the radar. Why? You're not playing under a rock. You're not playing behind closed doors. You at practice every day. You play in the games every day. People are seeing you play. They just choosing to overlook you for every reason. You might be, by their standards, you might be too short. You might not be tall enough. So same thing, short, not tall enough. You might not be fast enough. Height, size, whatever it is. By society standards, they come up with this thing and say, well, he was flying under the radar. He's a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. I don't care about that. You know what people consider a 5-star? Okay, this kid might be 6'2". He runs a 4.1. Man, that's a blessed kid. That's a freak of nature. That doesn't happen a lot. Every kid is not going to be as talented as a Deion Sanders or Michael Vick. And I ain't trying to name all these names because I ain't trying to think about these people. You hear about more kids who are flying under the radar than kids who are actually a 5-star athlete. They don't look at the kid's heart. They don't look at all the types of trials and tribulations that he had to go to. They don't look at his work ethic. They don't look at the things that he does behind the scenes that makes him stand out even more so. And the best example I can give you, kids, I'm 5'9". I was 165 in high school, 170 soaking wet in college, played strong safety in college. But no one was not going to outwork me. I wasn't the fastest, but I wasn't the slowest by far. I ran a 4.5. My confidence was through the roof. I knew I was getting a scholarship. So when people ask me, are you getting a scholarship? Yeah. How you know? Because I know what I'm doing. And because I'm working toward it. And my actions speak much louder than my words. I'm getting a scholarship. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I'm getting one. But Damon Mason he's a diamond in the rough. Nah, I was never a diamond in the rough. I've always been a diamond of the extensions. I just didn't realize it. And when I did the definition of diamonds of extension, this is what it means. As we all know, a diamond shines bright, no matter where it is. If you put a diamond on the ground, a real diamond, a diamond that went through all type of heat and pressure and all type of adversity, and then when it came out, it shined bright. I don't care where you put a diamond in, it's gonna shine. And the definition of the extensions is something that stands out. So my point is, when you came to a football game, you saw Damon Mason. You heard Damon Mason. You heard his name, Mason, all night. You seen his number 2, number 9, all night. How many of you young boys out there shining bright right where you are, regardless of your height, your size, your weight, your speed? How many of you young boys wear your heart on your sleeve? You're doing everything in your power that the coaches tell you, ask you, require of you. But for some reason, you feel like you're not getting your just due. I'm not here to baby no one. I'm here to tell you I understand. Every coach is not like Damon Mason. Every player was not like Damon Mason. But they have more of you young kids who are more like me. Than anyone else. Every kid won't get a scholarship. You're gonna hear more. There are more kids who are not gonna get a scholarship than kids who will. And that simply means that there are more kids who deserved an opportunity to be seen, to be heard. Again, not promise. I would never promise I can get a kid a scholarship, but I can promise a kid that when I'm done with you, if you give me your heart and give me your ear, I'm going to give you my heart and I'm going to give you all my knowledge and all my wisdom. But you got to do your part. This was not quite what I meant when I say a motivation, but it's still motivation. And I'm speaking from my heart. As much as I care what happens at practice, in the sense I don't care what your coaches are saying to you or doing to you, because you have to go through it. That's their program. And in order for you to elevate, you have to go through whatever is going on, as long as it's not nothing that's really to hurt or harm you. To you young men who are not getting the playing opportunity that you feel you deserve, show them at practice why they should be playing you. See, I'm a coach as well as a player, but I'm always a player first. And the best thing about being a coach is, or any coach, a coach who never forgot how it felt to be on the other side of the sideline, of the field, so to speak. So when I see kids who want that opportunity, kids who are willing to give me their all, I'm going to find a way to get you on the football field. Because you didn't come out here just to sit on the sideline. You didn't go to practice every day just to come out here so I can scream and holler at you and not give you an opportunity to let your parents see you play. Yeah, we're trying to win games, but I'm also trying to build your character. You don't build no one's character by not giving them the opportunity that they desire. You tearing their character down. But on the same token, if you are not doing everything that you can to prove to these coaches that you are ready for the opportunity, don't expect them just to give it to you just because you show up. I think differently. I speak differently. I speak from my heart and I speak from experience as a player and as a coach. As much as we all want to win, I'm gonna tell you straight up, young men, it's not about wins all the time. I can honestly really care less if you win or lose. I am more concerned with how you play the game. I am more concerned with how you prepare for the game. I am more concerned that you gave your all. And at the end of the day, at the end of the contest, if you know in your heart that you had give your best and you couldn't give no more, and you gave all that you had, number one, you're honoring God by doing your very best. Number two, you're doing the best that you can. And God is going to honor you for that. Because how can a God that we all pray to, and I say we all because as athletes, we pray, even though some people don't want the coaches to pray. I know a lot of people still pray before the game and they pray after the game. I commend you guys on that. I commend you coaches on that much. I will commend you on. But how can we pray to the Lord God and ask him for anything else? Ask him for this opportunity. Ask him for that opportunity. Ask him to help us elevate. How can we ask him anything for anything else if we are not doing our very best with that which he has already given us? So it's not about if you won the game, because you can win the game and still not play your best. You are a true competitor if you are not satisfied. Even though you won a game and you know in your heart that you didn't play your best and you upset, I commend that because that was me. That's called being a perfectionist. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to be a perfectionist. Because a different way of saying a perfectionist is also like adults would used to tell kids like me back in my day, always shoot for the stars. And if you don't reach the stars, anywhere in between that is great because you're still in the sky, you're aiming high. Again, not quite what I had in mind, but I guess it was meant to say it because it came out. And the way that it came out, I'm pleased with it because I'm speaking from my heart. So in closing, I'm at the 22-minute mark. In closing, I pray that you guys have a great day at school. This is being recorded once again on my YouTube channel. I will ask you young men or anyone else watching this recording, I would appreciate your support by subscribing to my channel. Of course, that's free. Or click the bell so whenever I go live, whenever I drop any type of notifications or any type of content, you guys will receive notifications. If you want to support my program or my channel, or even if you just want to follow me and you are pleased with the type of content that I do provide on this channel, I appreciate that. But I want you guys, if you guys see this while you're at school this morning, don't get in trouble. Don't have your phone out in the classroom. Remember to be smart because it's game day. Don't get into no trouble on game day. That's a cardinal sin and a cardinal rule for student athletes. On game day, student athlete, take care of your business in the classroom. Mentally prepare throughout the day for your contest. Lead by example. And you guys will be surprised how being mentally prepared will put you in such of a great position for the contest that you're preparing for. And you'll find yourself, man, having so much fun. Why? Because you're mentally prepared. So guys, I hope this message reached. Matter of fact, let me put it this way. Whoever this message reached, I appreciate your ear. I wish you the best. Leave a comment. Again, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. When I say leave a comment, just let me know that you received it. Let me know if this helped prepare you for the game. Let me know the outcome of the game. And for those of you who are not part of my program, but you want more information, send me a message. This is who I am. This is what I've done. This is what I do. And that's it. I don't want to hold y'all no longer. 25-minute mark, that's a good time. So again, to the best of luck to all you young sirs representing Diamonds of the Extensions Mentoring Program. There's a lot more that I represent, but I'll leave it right there for now. So have a great day. Have an even better night today. Those of you who have games tonight. And until next time, as always, take care. God bless and peace.